So back at the allotment again today. It's very hot, it's very sunny. It's the first day of a few days with hot and sunny weather, which is the first time I'm actually experiencing such a thing in Finland. I'm at the bus stop next to the road, so it's probably pretty loud. Sorry about that. But it's a few days of very hot weather, so I'm going to be going to the allotment a few days in a row. So this video is going to be a compilation of the videos across about 4 days probably at the allotment, digging up ground, watering plants, potentially planting more plants, and just basically keeping an eye on it. Excited to see what this week brings and what the video brings, because at this moment I do not know. Because the sun is so hot and the days are so long, I really need to keep these rows watered so that the seeds will germinate. I didn't expect anything to be sprouted yet because it's only been a few days, but I was really happy to see that no critters had come and dug up my rows or eaten my seeds. While I was out there, I figured I'd start tearing up the area for the pumpkin patch. And I actually was a lot more efficient this time around and managed to basically de-turf some of the ground. Doesn't really look like much, but you'll see in the coming videos that this patch is going to be ready quite quickly. So it's only been 3 days, but my sprouts are starting to come up. So those 3 are the pickling cucumbers, and you can't see it, but there is one pumpkin that wants to come up. So in the coming days, these are going to get much bigger, hopefully. Okay, out here at the allotment with my wonderful assistant Tia, who's behind the camera, so I can do real videos today. So it is super hot already, even though I'm wearing a jacket so I don't get a sunburn. We've got these first round of water. It was so dry when we got out here because it's daytime all the time now, so plenty of time for things to dry out. I've got my tore up ground, so I'm going to tear that up a little bit more because this is going to be my pumpkin patch, and the pumpkin started sprouting, so I'll put in a clip of the pumpkin patch or the pumpkin sprouts, and you can see that they are getting ready. So I'm going to start digging this up. Ooh, that was a piece of mint. Take a smell, Tia.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
so
mint.
It's mint. Yeah, I could smell it as soon as I hit it. That thing is, mint is actually a weed, and it'll take over your whole garden. So no more mint. Okay, so good productive hour here. It was so nice to have a friend with me so I didn't have to be alone. I did extend this patch out a little bit for my pumpkins, but I still got plenty of time to work on it and get it ready for them. I'm a little bit worried because when I was pulling up the ground over here, I saw tons of grubs. So there's, you know, a bit of a pest concern. We'll see if it becomes a problem. At least the grubs won't probably hurt my pumpkins too much because they're going to grow on top and the grubs live underground, but we'll have to see. If anyone has tips for how to get rid of grubs, please let me know in the comments because I'm not really sure. And I tried to find what the word for grub is in Finnish and I had a problem. So let me know at the very least what's the word for grub in Finnish so that I can get rid of these little suckers. Okay, so kind of come back again tomorrow because it's hot as hell out here. And see you in the next clip. Hey everyone, I went out to the allotment, but I was in a big hurry because the buses are inconsistent on Sundays. So I didn't have a chance to make any videos or anything, but I just watered. Basically, I ran there and I watered the rows. I'm a little bit worried because I think that possibly through all the rain and watering that maybe my seedlings got displaced because I noticed some little sprouts coming up like in between the rows, so I'm hoping that's just nothing. So I might have a little bit of a mishap going on, but it seems too early. I don't know, we'll see. However, good news is my sprouts at home look amazing. Look at them! Look at how big those sprouts are. They're almost touching the top of the little greenhouse thing now. That pumpkin seed is like ready to pop. I bet by the end of the day it will be out. And I started getting kind of nervous about the fact that things weren't really germinating in here. So I decided I would try to do bag germination and see if that worked. I don't think I'm actually gonna have an issue now. It's just some were sprouting earlier than others, but these do need to mature a little bit before I put them outside, and it's gonna be pretty cold next week. But I am happy to see the progress going on here. I've been checking on them like multiple times a day, and literally from the morning to the evening, like they're growing more. So it's so exciting. Alrighty, so I'm at the allotment, last day of the heat wave, and it's like I think 18 degrees right now. It's partially cloudy, but it's pretty sunny and it's kind of humid. So I've got my rows of beet and carrots. Hard to tell what's going on there yet. I'm not sure anything's really growing. And then I've got a new grave dug, which is where my pumpkin and dill, or not dill, but cucumbers are gonna go. So we'll take a few days off because it's gonna rain, and I am not ready to plant the pumpkins and whatnot anyway. So it's been a pretty good week. Was able to get out here all the days I needed to keep the ground watered. The water tank here is very low on water, so hopefully that's just a remnant of the fact that we got so little rain and everyone was watering everything. But yes, it's been a good week. Okay, here's a little bonus video. I have this plant that I actually bought when I moved to Finland, and it's so overgrown from its container and it's actually in risk of falling. So I'm going to replant that into a bigger container, and I'm going to use the leftover soil because some of my little sprouts are already outgrowing their little containers. So I'm going to use the extra soil for that. So it's going to be a little two-step process. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my God. Oh my God, I've got a lot of roots under there. They look a bit rotten. Oh dear. Okay, yeah. There's some mold in there. So actually I'm going to spray that with vinegar water. Hopefully kill that mold off. In this container, I've got my sprouts. I've got 3 of the cucumbers and 1 of the pumpkins. And the pumpkin one in particular, the roots are going crazy. So I don't want those roots just like exposed to the sun. So I'm gonna get them into a bit bigger containers because they're not ready to go into the ground yet, especially because next week is gonna be pretty cold. So pretty cold as in too cold for the plants as seedlings. So I'm gonna put them into these containers. Okay, here's the pumpkin. And a cucumber. It's okay. How do I keep dropping it? Is it the first day with my new hands? Okay, I hope that this one won't die, but I think it should be fine. It should be resilient. I need this plant to have sisu. Okay, so 4 of those guys, and I've got some other sprouts that will hopefully in the next few days be big enough that I can transplant them into these. I hope that this will work. Last thing is to put my new house plant into its new container, nice and heavy so it won't fall over. And there's no water dripping out, so I didn't overwater it, but it will be able to breathe a little bit underneath there. So I can put this inside along with the other plants on the windowsill. All right, and to conclude this video, here's the sprouts on the windowsill. These are cucumber, pumpkin. And then here we have 1, 2, 3 pumpkin seeds working their way up. This and this are pumpkin. These are cucumber, but they're not really doing anything, so they might be duds. So we'll have to see what happens with these. And the cucumber seeds are actually sprouting a little bit of a root there. So in a few days, if nothing happens, I'll replant those, but stay tuned for the next update.